It's it's 2 a.m. Well, let's see exactly. It's 2:14 a.m. here in Nova Scotia. I often get up, not usually this early, but I'm up. I usually get 5 hours of sleep, and later in the day I might sleep for a couple hours. And I have a coffee, but it's a decaf. I don't want to. I don't want to wake up too soon. Let me see what's doing outside. It's cloudy. There are breaks in the clouds, and the moon will shine through when the clouds move. You can see the moon. So you get the glow here at night, and of course the ocean's out there. It hasn't gone anywhere. When you live on the ocean, you can't turn it off. There's no switch. So and right now the waves are kind of nice, evenly paced. But when it's kind of stormy out, then the ocean is like a train, and it's loud and it doesn't stop. You don't have the pacing of waves. You just have a roar, and it could go for days. So that's what, I think, one reason a lot of people don't live by the ocean, because it's noisy, but it's got to be a sound that you love, that you want. Otherwise, you don't live out here. So, I'm just thinking of the videos that I'm doing, and I'm just doing a lot of videos right now for whatever reason. I just realizing and seeing there isn't a lot of originality in non-duality, and I'm sure I'm one of the people that isn't original or creative enough. But I think I'm unique in the sense that I have a community approach. I'm interested in just sitting back and just watching everyone. It's kind of like I once belonged to a spa or something at a hotel, and I used to go there, and they had a pool, and I really used to go there for the sauna. It was great. I had a nice dry sauna, and a room for exercise. So I'd go to the sauna, and then I'd come out, and I'd just kind of sit by the side of the pool and find a chair and just watch everyone swimming and jumping into the water and jumping out, and socializing and all the stuff people do at this kind of health club thing. I'm a pretty deep introvert, so I never got involved with people. I just wanted to sit back and just look at everyone. It's not just people watching. It's more of watching group dynamics. So it's kind of like group or watching. And I think that's what I do in non-duality. It's just the way I am, I guess. I like watching the whole gang, I don't really want to be part of it. But I like just watching it, seeing what's going on, and that's what I've been doing on the internet for at least for many years, even before the internet. Going back into, I suppose, even the 60s and 70s, when I used to watch gurus, living in Los Angeles and watching gurus become popular, and watching people watch them, and watching people, dress in red robes who followed Rajneesh, and I just enjoyed watching. I never wanted to be part of anything. In fact, the only thing I could be part of would be something that I started myself, which I did. I started a non-duality.com website, Non-Duality Salon discussion forum, which is still active, very active. People can join it. So that's the kind of person I just kind of sit back and watch, and I'm not judging too much. I'm just watching and observing, and so a lot of my videos then are about the nature of the non-duality community or the group, because that's what I do. I watch groups, or in the case of non-duality, it's a big community spread out across the world. And I like watching it and seeing how people are coming from, seeing where people are coming from. And so that's why I did a recent video on the levels people come from. People are coming from different places. And you can go a lot further with that level stuff, because, I mean, there are systems of levels. I mean, you can come from like philosophy, Western philosophy, Eastern philosophy, biology. You can come from music, and there's different levels applied to music. I talked about the different levels of a personal journey, like the levels of curiosity, and you know, at 2:30 in the morning here, my mind's blank. I forgot what I talked about, but all the different levels that people come from personally, from curiosity, belief, faith, you know, knowing, and all those things I mentioned. And you can see those within different systems, such as, like I said, Western philosophy. There's people coming at it from a level of beginning, or journalism, and then they go deeper and deeper levels. So that's kind of what I do, just observe the scene. Now, there's always going to be someone saying, "But Jerry, who is there to see these levels? Who is there to observe the people at the side of the pool?" And so there's nothing, I mean, come on, get original, guys. You're just repeating what someone else said, even though, oh, the moon is coming out. It's amazing. Yeah, it's truly beautiful. And you can't photograph it. I don't have the equipment to, and I don't have the desire to photograph the moon at night. I really don't. Because I can just sit here and look, and I don't need to worry about photography or being creative. Maybe that is the greatest creative thing, to just sit and be here. That's the best I can do. I know it's the best I could do. Everything else is just an effort to it's an attempt to fit into the world. It's not even an effort, a way to make money. It's not that. I'm glad there's things I can't photograph. I probably shouldn't even be talking about what I'm experiencing. But see, the moon's always created. Moon is never the same, because the light is never the same. The clouds diffract the light. It's always different. It's always creative. But we as people stick to our, for some reason we think the moon should rise in the same place at the same time in the same sky and look the same. And that's what people are doing, and I'm guilty of it too. We're all guilty of it, and that's why people just repeat the same stuff. So they'll experience a moon, an original, creative, beautiful moon. Could be in the form of some person or something that turns out that's original, and we're just copying it. That's why you don't want to photograph stuff that really means something to you, because and you kind of kill it. You want to kind of live in the dark a little. So it's not a question that there's no you. That you're everything. We are everything. And we're given opportunities to experience it. But not enough opportunities to express it originally, in an original creative way. Not enough opportunities because, we're just bound to ordinary life. What people expect of us. So I do a video on something and they say levels. And people say, well, who is there to know about levels? Who is there to, who's talking? And, that's just, you're just talking about one beautiful rising moon in the sky that you saw, and you're trying to hold on to that. But now this moon is going behind the clouds. I can't see it anymore. There's a dull glow. And you're still making comments based on a bright moon that was out there once and is gone. It's gone. And it's always changing. But the comments are the same. Who is there to talk about the moon? Who is there? You're living in a dream. So now the moon's starting to come out again. So, and you say, the moon's always shining. It's just the clouds are getting in the way. But that's not what I'm looking at now. I'm just experiencing beauty. But if I keep myself making the same comment like there's no one to experience beauty, then I'm missing the point of being alive. So I don't know. I think that's all. Now that the moon is quite bright, clouds are moving away, and the moon is glimmering on the ocean. So the moon is beautiful because of the clouds and the changing phases of the moon and how it's always in a different part of the sky every night and how the air is different. And the clear, bright, full moon is like the light of awareness or consciousness, and our bodies are like the cloudy sky. So that clear light should be altered and diffracted and changed by our bodies, minds, and emotions. And since our bodies, minds, and emotions are constantly changing, just like the sky tonight, the way that pure light of awareness looks should always be different, just like the night sky is always different. We're always different. Our ways of speaking, and not just with our voices, but our ways of expressing ourselves in the countless ways possible, in any of the countless ways possible, should always be different. But look, we try to fit in, and so we we do what's convenient, which is basically to repeat what other people say. Who is speaking, who this, who that, instead of trying to be original, because everything should be original that we say and do, and in a way it is, even when we're repeating things we've heard. Even then it's always original, just because the time and place and the slight nuances of what we keep repeating. There are still nuances because we're never the same. But I think it's important, if we can, is to let our ever-changing mind, body, emotions to allow the pure light of awareness to pass through and emerge from these bodies, minds, emotions, spirits, souls, as creatively as possible. It's not an easy thing. It's really not easy. Very few, just not easy, but I think we can at least be aware of it. And at least be aware of when we're stifled and not being original. And just admit it. Just admit it. Get up at 2 a.m. and look out the window. Doesn't matter where you live. Just look. And just let yourself be used by that bright moon, that bright light. See what comes out. And nothing has to come out. Most importantly, it's just important to be there. And allow that relationship with that light, with that moon, just to happen. It's all that's got to be done. You don't got to think about anything. You certainly don't got to make a video like this, which is ridiculous. But anyway, I'm here, you're here. And as I look outside, the moon is still there. It's quite amazing, and it's reflecting on the ocean.